Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Boston. I'm here with my wife, Michelle. I served in the Air Force, spent a year in Vietnam as a forward air controller. Michelle has created several Quilts of Valor, and she'll be taking photos during the presentation, as are other people. We are here with all of you to honor Gerald Mathews for the Quilt of Valor for his service and sacrifice serving our country in the U.S. Navy during World War II and the Korean War. In August 1944, Jerry enlisted in the Navy, trained as a combat air crewman. He flew on PBY Catalina patrol bombers, a model of which is here on the table before us, in the North Atlantic, and then was transferred to Naval Air Station Oak Harbor, Washington, where he served as a gunner, firing .50 caliber machine guns at enemy targets while on patrol over the North Pacific between Washington and the Aleutian Islands. After the war, he was discharged from active duty and joined the Naval Reserve in St. Louis, Missouri. He trained with his brother, Lieutenant Commander Gene D. Mathews, flying Navy SB-2C dive bombers on weekends while they both attended the University of Missouri. He was recalled to active duty with the U.S. Navy in May of 1950 when North Korea invaded South Korea. The Navy assigned him to the aircraft carrier USS Princeton, which was activated from the mothball fleet at Bremerton, Washington. In early December of 1950, as part of Task Force 77, they arrived off the coast of North Korea and began sending Navy fighters and bombers for close air support of the U.S. Army and Marines. These U.S. forces were retreating from the Chosin Reservoir while under attack by the Chinese and North Korean combined army. These missions continued for 19 days until U.S. forces and many Korean civilians were evacuated from Hungnam Harbor. The U.S. Princeton then spent the next 8 months in the Sea of Japan, sending U.S. planes into North Korea for close air support missions and to bomb bridges, supply depots, and power stations. Jerry was dishonorably discharged from the Navy. I'm sorry. Honorably discharged. My guess is mixed. Honorably discharged from the Navy in July of 1951. From all of us here today, welcome home, Jerry, and thank you for your service.
Thanks.
I'd like to give you a brief history of the Quilts of Valor. It was in 2003. A quilter named Catherine Roberts decided to welcome her son home from the Iraq War with a quilt that she could wrap around him to provide him comfort and help heal his wounds. Today, such a quilt is known as a Quilt of Valor. That first quilt inspired what has become the Quilts of Valor Foundation, a national nonprofit organization of thousands of women and men across the United States, all volunteers making and presenting quilts to veterans in honor of their service. Over 240,000 quilts have been presented to veterans and active duty service men and women. The mission of the Quilts of Valor Foundation is to wrap every serviceman and woman touched by war in a handmade quilt as an enduring expression of gratitude for their service. This quilt is not a medal nor any other military honor. Instead, it's recognition that each veteran touched by war has been wounded in some way. It is given as an expression of empathy and in hopes of providing comfort. The quilt we're going to present to Jerry was made by Lori Gerber and quilted by Jenny Kaufman. Jerry, would you like to stand up?
We do a handshake with the
Shake your hand, Jerry.
and then eyes on me.
Looking at Michelle.
Jerry, Jeffrey, there we go. One more. There we go, great.
One more. Thank you for the
Right here,
service.
Jerry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jerry,
Go
straight ahead.
Would you like to go ahead and sit?
Nope, go ahead, you stand there. There you go. Great, thank you.
Okay. And
So,
Janice and Mike and anyone else that would like to be in a photo with Jerry?
Jeffrey, can you bring the clip if I get my picture with you?
ahead.
There we go. Okay, eyes on me.
Bring
Bring a little more.
Wrap that in the clip.
There we go. There we go. That's good. Okay. Nice. I got me. Eyes open. One more. Jerry. There we go.
Okay, over here,
There you go.
real quick, right here. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who'd like to? Yep.
Be in a photo with Jerry?
Hurry up, hurry.
Friends, neighbors?
Oh,
anyone?
Michelle wants a selfie.
Up here, Jerry,
Wait, where? Michelle. First.
right here. Okay.
Okay, this way.
You wanna get in?
I can't see Janice. So, yeah. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Lovely. Okay, one more. Let's make sure our eyes open and on me. Thank
Great.
you.
Jerry, you look like Superman with a cape. Looking good.
I did.
Thanks.
Have a seat.
Is it okay if we hang it up on display? Is that all right? Well, we're at,
Sure.
so everybody can see it? Would that be all right?
Isn't it pretty? It's beautiful. Can we go Mike's way? There we go. Maybe we should set him up. There's a label.
You can bring that around.
There's a label on the back. Oh,
We all were.
You're fine.